The app choices for perfect quality audio just keep coming. I'm having another conversation with Tim Sinclair of Ringr on this episode of Podcastification. My name is Kerry Green, and I am the client happiness guy at podcastfasttrack.com, and this is Podcastification. This show is all about podcasting. How to do it, how not to do it, best practices, interesting news items that have to do with the realm of podcasting, and who knows what else. And I'm trying to do it all with a little bit of fun and some information to help you get a show going, keep yours going, or make it better. And if you like what's going on here on the show, I would appreciate it, so appreciate it, if you could leave a rating or review on iTunes. You can find out how to do that at podcastfasttrack.com/review. That's enough of that kind of stuff. Let's get you podcastificated right away. So I'm talking today with Tim from Ringr. Hey, Tim, how are you?
Fantastic, Kerry. How you doing?
I'm doing great. It's been a great day. Hey, we are talking because Ringr has come out with a new desktop app for their call system, or their call recording system, rather, and you're in beta mode right now. Is that right?
Yeah, we are. It's been something we knew we wanted to do for a long time, but since mobile was where we were focused and had never been done before, we spent a lot of time and energy on that and have just recently made the move into bringing desktop on board as well.
Okay, and tell me what your motivation is for having this on desktop as well as mobile. Before we do that, let's go back and tell me what Ringr is for those who don't know.
The nutshell version is we allow you to record a conversation with anyone, anywhere in the world on any device and have it sound like you're in the same room at the same time. So whether it's using your mobile device, smartphone or tablet, and now desktop, you can connect on our voice over IP system. You're not dependent on Skype or FaceTime or anybody else. Records the entire conversation, and it does so natively. So you on your end, me on my end. It doesn't record any of the transmission, which is where all the nastiness in transmitted recorded audio comes from. And then we put the two pieces together on the back end and allow you to access those files and use them in a podcast, on a broadcast, share them on social media, whatever you want to do.
Yeah, okay. So now let's go into that next question. What is different about the desktop thing, or how is it similar? How is it different from the mobile app?
Yeah, well, there are a couple of reasons. As I said, we started with mobile because primarily no one had ever done it before, and still nobody has to our knowledge other than us, which is kind of fun. And we wanted to make the experience for the guest really, really simple. So we wanted them to be able to use the phone that they would have if they were going to record a phone call and really not have to do anything different. They could be in their car, they could be in their house, they could be at the office and just record using their smartphone. However, I'm an 18-year radio veteran, so I spent much of my life sitting in a studio, working at a radio station and in production rooms. And I know that, podcasters who have their own studios, broadcasters, they want to use their mic, their processor, their board, all their normal chain in a call. And in order to do that, we had to have a desktop piece. So we made the decision to, after we got mobile up and running and stable, to really focus on desktop so that you could lay it on your studio computer. And now you can sit in your chair with your mic and all your normal stuff, record your half, and then talk with anybody else wherever they are on whatever device they have to record their half and put the pieces together that way.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you described it that way because that's exactly what we are doing right now. I am on the desktop app that is available, and you are on your smartphone, correct?
I am, yeah. I'm at my office, and I like my little white earbuds, and decided that'd be the best way to get the call done. So,
sure. And so what we're doing here, if I understand the tech right, is that my browser is recording my side of the conversation, and your phone is recording your side of the conversation, and then those will sync in the cloud somewhere. Is that right?
Yeah, correct. So you asked some of the differences between the two. Obviously, on a smartphone or tablet, I have to run an app in order for it to tell my device to record. However, on a desktop or laptop, there is no app. There's really no download or anything. All you do is follow a link or log into your account section for Ringr, and it opens in a browser on Chrome or Firefox and records right there without doing really much of anything extra at all.
It sounds to me like just a no-brainer that this is the way to record if you're going to record over distance. So I'm very pleased with it. So Tim, your beta has been going now for how long?
The beta for desktop has been a couple of months, maybe not even quite that long. We launched the first mobile app in January of 2015. So we've had a good year plus to really focus on that. But now that we've added the desktop piece, I think it's been about 6 or 7 weeks, but time flies when you're so busy. So I don't have an exact date in my head as to when we launched it.
Yeah, and this is May of 2016, just for time reference for people who listen to this in the future. So what are your plans for this desktop app? You're working on the beta. What are the things you still need to work out?
Yeah, a couple of things we're focused heavily on at the moment. One is conference calling and allowing not just one-to-one, but really to have 4, 5, 6 people on a call at the same time. That would work for mobile or desktop, but it is something that we're very concerned about in a good way. And so we know that people want to have more than just a one-to-one conversation. And so that's coming here in the next couple of months. In addition, and you and I, when we were connecting, had a couple things we wanted to reconnect for various reasons. And we want to have a call resuming feature. So you don't have to send a new invitation every time you start a new call. You can just say, hey, let's resume that call and continue where we left off. And so that's another thing that we want to get into the pipeline. So that's just easier to reconnect with someone you may have connected with last week, or that, you got interrupted for some reason or needed to make a change, hang up and start again. It'll just make that whole process a little simpler.
Yeah, that sounds like a great feature. Now, is your concept behind that it would then tack on the new audio to the end of the old audio, or how would that work?
Yeah, it would. If you're really continuing a conversation that got interrupted, that's when that would come in handy. Every once in a while, someone forgets to turn on Do Not Disturb on the mobile device. They get a phone call and they have to lose the call, or you go, shoot, I got to go pick up my kids from school. I'll be back in 30 minutes. It would allow you to, resume calls like that, still have them all stitched together and make it ideally a lot easier for everybody involved.
Yeah. Now tell me a little bit about your different versions, or your different subscription packages, rather, the different ways that people can use Ringr.
Yeah, at the moment we have a freemium version, which just gives you the ability to record a call and then download a merged MP3 version of it in sort of a medium quality. It's still better than Skype, better than phone, but it's not studio quality. And then we have a package that's unlimited calling for $18.99 a month, and that's studio quality. It gives you all the different files and format types. You can get MP3, OGG, FLAC, stereo, mono, individual split tracks, all sorts of different things. So those are the two packages we have right now. We are in the process of shifting that a little bit by the end of the summer, but right now that's how you can hop in.
That sounds understandable that you've got the two different versions with the two different grades of quality. So you've also got an affiliate program, I understand. Tell me about that.
We think we've put together a really potentially lucrative plan for people who just want to spread the word about Ringr and make a little money in the process. You can sign up for free through the account section of Ringr. And if anybody already has an account, just go to account.ringr.com. If you don't have an account, you can create one there too. And then click on affiliate. And when you do, you'll be able to provide your listeners or your followers with up to a 25% discount on Ringr, and then make up to $15 per transaction for those who sign up. So if someone signs up for a year worth of Ringr through your affiliate section, you get $15 from us. They get 25% off the regular price, and hopefully everybody's happy. Yeah,
that sounds like a great deal. Well, Tim, what should I have asked you that I have not asked you?
Man, that's a good question. I think one of the things I'm most excited about as CEO really is, we've got a lot of individual podcasters and broadcasters and reporters who are using us, but I'm super excited about some of the enterprise level type clients who have anywhere from 15 to 250 people who could be using Ringr for any one organization. And, we're trying to create some additional features for those enterprise level clients that can, manage their stuff online. They could have very specific audio settings that they manage that everybody in their group It formats their audio exactly the same way. It takes it, rather than to our servers, it takes it to their FTP site or some other location that they store all their audio. And so one of the things we're working on here over the summer is really trying to provide a whole bunch of enterprise level features for some of these larger groups, as well as what we're currently providing to individuals.
Well, that's great. And what are you thinking on pricing? Would that depend on how many accounts they're going to have underneath their enterprise account and that sort of thing?
It would be based on total number of people they would have as part of the plan. So we've set up a variety of, if you have up to 15 people, up to 25, up to 50, 100, and 200 is how they're set right now. And then that will include, it's at a steep discount, but it includes a pool of minutes for that group. So rather than unlimited for the enterprise level, you get a steep discount on the monthly price per person, and then you get a pool of minutes. If you go over the minutes, then there'll be a, sort of like cell phone plans used to be, you'd charge if they go over. But in general, we think, more than likely the pool will average out. You hit about your approved number of minutes per month, and you just pay one flat fee. If you go over, there'll be a charge for going over. But that's how we've got it set up right now. And we think it'll be beneficial to the enterprise level because they know they can get a really great discount on the per seat price. And then it'll, keep us in business because we won't be doing 1 million minutes for some giant corporation and not getting paid for it.
Well, Tim, how can people find out more about Ringr?
A couple of different ways. Ringr.com is the quick and easy way to our website. That's RINGR.com. You can download the mobile app if you'd like from the App Store or from Google Play, and you can sign up through our website. That account.ringr.com will take you right there. You can access the desktop version that way pretty easily.
All right, Tim, thanks so much for your time.
Hey, Kerry, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
You bet. So there you have it. Ringr is now out on desktop, very similar to Zencastr, which I've talked about in the past. And I want to apologize for the echoey sounding room quality on my end. That's because I am out of my normal studio today because of some family issues that I'm needing to be available for, but it's still good to get the podcast out to you. Hey, I thank you so much for listening to Podcastification. Would you do me a favor and right now take just 30 seconds to share this podcast with someone you think it would be helpful to? You can do that using the app you're listening on the website. Whatever you're listening with has some sort of sharing function. Think of that specific person who could benefit from this information and share it with them with a personal note. I'm telling you, that goes a long way in giving credibility to what you're hearing here from Tim and Ringr. So I want to thank you again for listening to Podcastification. Go and make it a podcastificating day. This show is brought to you by Podcast Fast Track, where my team provides professional podcasting services without the time suck. Full production, editing, and show notes all in one monthly subscription package. You can find out more at podcastfasttrack.com. Now go out and make it a podcastificating day.